Rama Hare. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swaminiti Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Umajnanattimirandasya jnananjana salakaya chakshurmilitamena tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Svapadantikam. Vandegam Sri Guru Shri Utapada Kamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sakagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaidam Savadutam Parijana Sagitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sakagana Lalita Sri Visakanvitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namosute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakalpatarabhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyayeva Chapatitana Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Isvaraga Paramaka Krishnaga Satchidananda Vigraga Anadi Radhir Govindaga Sarvakarana Karanam. Hare Krishna. By the causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, the purest knowledge, Pavitram. And this is the topmost knowledge. Krishna is teaching us everything to purify our soul, purify our self. So, we understand from this Bhagavad Gita that we are contaminated. The soul is contaminated. So, Tyaktva Karmapala Sangam. So, we need to give up all the Karmapala Sangam. So, Yuktaha Karmapalam Tyaktva Shanti Mapnoti Naistikam Ayuktaha Kama Karena Pale Sakto Nibadyate. So, that's what we are understanding. So, the ultimate point is that we should not be attached to the Karma Palam, the results of the activities. That's what is Karma Palam. If we are attached, so then that is going to bind. So that's why Ayuktaga Kama Karena Pale Sakto Nibadyate. Pale Sakto. If we are attached to the results, then we will be attached to this material world. We will be bound to this material world. That's very simple, very easy equation for us to understand. So, the more we are attached to the material world, material sense objects, the more we are bound to this material world. So, that means we cannot get out of this material world. Prasaktaga Kama Bhogesu. If we are attached to Kama and Bhoga, what is going to happen? Prasaktaga Kama Bhogesu Patanti Narake Asuchav. So we will be we are falling down into the hell, and which is unclean. Patanti Narake. That's why Prasaktaga Kama Bhogesu. Prasaktaga Krishna, Bhagavan Krishna. So then we will be not Patanti, we will be Urdhvam. Urdhvam means we will go up to Goloka. Urdhvam Goloka. Urdhvam Gachanti. So Urdhvam Gachanti Satvastha. So like that, Urdhvam. Atha Krishna is teaching us that Maya Sakta Managa Partha Yogam Yunjan Madasregam. So that in the 7th chapter, 1st sloka, Krishna says, but also Krishna is saying that Maya Vesya Mano Yema Nityayukta Upasate. So, Mayeva Mana Adatsva, Mayi Buddhim Niveshayega. Nivasisyasya Mayeva Atha Urdhvam Nasam Sayaga. If we are able to fix our mind on Krishna, Then atha urdhvam na samsega. So that means we are going to urdhvam. We are going to go upwards, go to Krishna, go to Goloka. Na samsega, there is no doubt about it. So, prasaktaga kama bhogesu patanti narake asuto. So if we are attached to prasaktaga kama bhogesu, the material sense enjoyment, so then we are falling down into hell. But Maya Sakta Manapartha, so that means Prasaktaga Sri Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Prasaktaga Bhagavan Sri Krishna. So then Atha Urdhvam Nasam Sayega. So we are going to go to Goloka, there is no doubt about it. That's it. It's so easy to understand. There is no difficulty at all. Then where from Dvaita, this, there, so many other philosophies, all such things, different movements, different philosophers, different ways of their preaching, all kinds of, so many organizations, so many things. Why? There is no need. It's only between ourselves and Krishna. That's it. Bhagavad Gita, that's it. We just have to understand this Bhagavad Gita and get attached to Krishna. It is very easy and very simple and straightforward, and this is the ultimate. And Krishna is teaching us very clearly that there is nothing is purer than this Bhagavad Gita. Naki jnanena sadarsham pavitramika vidyate. There is nothing else in this world is actually purer than this Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is the purest knowledge. So when it is there, then why we need to follow different philosophers, different movements, different organizations, different things? Nothing. We just have to follow only Krishna. Bhagavad Gita. Eko Gita Devaki Putra Gita. Eko Shastra Devaki Putra Gita. That's what we need to follow. That is, let there be one Shastra, that is the song of Devaki's son, Devaki Putra, that is Krishna. So that's what we need to understand. We need to study and understand this Bhagavad Gita. Because we are all very clear in this particular understanding. We don't have any doubts on this. No questions, no doubts, no confusions. We know for sure that getting ourselves attached to Krishna, we are going to go to Goloka. That's it. It's very simple. Even when Arjuna asked the question to Krishna, Evam satata yuktaye bhaktastvam paryupasate echapi aksharam avyakta tesam ke yoga uttama. That's what Arjuna asked. So those who worship you in person, getting attached to yourself, so those who worship unmanifested, your unmanifested feature, who is the best? Maya Sakta, there Krishna is saying that those Maya Vesya Manoyemam Nitya Yukta Upasate Sraddhaya Parayupeta Teme Yukta Tamo Matagam. So I consider them to be the most perfect, those who are attached to me. That's it. So simple. Then it's easy for us to remember Krishna at the time of death. If you have so many different philosophies, so many different following different paths, different this, different that, nothing is going to help us at the time of death. Only remembering Krishna only is going to help us at the time of death. So that's why we should simply follow Bhagavad Gita. That is the song of God. That is the song of Krishna. Because Krishna is Bhagavan. The song of God means the song of Bhagavan. That is the song of Krishna. If we listen to Krishna, if we follow Krishna, we are very, very safe. All are going to die, no doubt. No one is going to live here forever, no doubt. But during this intermittent period, during this short life, what are we going to do? What we are doing? That is important. Krishna said in the second chapter we studied already, Avyaktadini bhutani vyaktamadhyani bharata. Avyakta nidanani eva tatraka paridevana. We already know that. Avyaktadini bhutani Vyakta madhyani bharata avyakta nidanani eva tatra ka paridevana. That's what Krishna already taught us. So in the beginning, we were avyakta, we were unmanifest. In between, madhya, in the middle, we are manifest. In between. At the end, we will be unmanifest. But when we are vyakta in this manifest stage, this is an opportunity for us to get out of this nonsense. If you are in the avyakta stage, we cannot do anything. If you don't have any body, if you are in the avyakta stage, then we cannot go to Goloka. We cannot remember Krishna. We cannot chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. We cannot offer prasadam to Krishna. We cannot do anything. We will be simply struggling and suffering in this material world only. So when we are in the Vyakta stage, when we are having the body, they too having this human body. So they too having got this opportunity to study and understand Bhagavad Gita every day. So how fortunate we are. No words to express. No words to thank Krishna that we have got this greatest opportunity. Extremely rare opportunity. We have got it. We have to use it. Got it, use it, don't lose it. That's what is very important. So we will use it. There is no doubt. That's also important. That's also true. We will use it. We are using it. This Bhagavad Gita knowledge. It means we will go to Goloka. There is no doubt about it. This Bhagavad Gita knowledge is everything which is taking us to Goloka. So that way, now Brahma's daytime is going on. We are still going to keep changing bodies. So now, before Brahma's night falls, let us get out of this material universe. Let us get out of this material world. This is an opportunity. Then we will not get to do that avyakta stage again. Another 4.32 billion years, Sahasra Yuga Paryantam. So we don't have to get into that avyakta, then again vyakta, all those things. So this is the opportunity. Let us use it, fully make use of it, and follow what Krishna says and go to Goloka. We will go to Goloka because Krishna's mercy is there, and by Krishna's causeless mercy, we are going to definitely remember Krishna. Definitely we are going to progress in this Krishna consciousness. There is no doubt about it. So that means already we are seeing that Krishna is giving us opportunities. Krishna is giving us opportunities to come together as teams in different cities. And already we are getting ourselves very much motivated to spread this message. Make devotees everywhere. We know that. We know very well that there are thousands and thousands of devotees everywhere. So now we got the opportunity, we got the job. Like when we go and study in the college, like some degree when we study, and as soon as, even before we graduate, on campus interview itself, we'll get job. So something like that. In this degree of this Bhagavad Gita we are studying, and we are going to study forever. This is a continuing education. Like there is, even in this material world, they say that there is something called continuing education. So even if they graduate also, they will still keep coming and studying periodically. So like that, for us, we are not going to stop this studying Bhagavad Gita. But we already got the opportunity, offer letter from Krishna. Krishna has given us the offer letter. Job opportunities, we got it. We are already making use of it. What happens when you go to college or university, when you study? Some of the projects will be given. So interns, projects, and all such things. So sometimes those projects will be group projects, right? Group teamwork. So like that, we have now several groups of devotees, teams of devotees in different places. We're all teaming up, already started doing a lot of activities in spreading Krishna's message. I'm sure these teams are going to become even much more strong and powerful, and we are going to definitely make teams everywhere, every city, everywhere, all around the world. There will be teams of devotees, and our only service, our only job is just spreading Krishna's message. That's it. That is our only task, only job. We have to spread this message and give this knowledge. We know very well that we cannot make everyone devotee of Krishna, but we should make sure each and everyone who is qualified to become a devotee of Krishna will get the opportunity, and that opportunity they should get to us so that we can actually go to Goloka, because this is a very important task, very important job. And by performing this job very well, so we are ready to go to Goloka. We are making ourselves way to go to Goloka. So that's why we are all now getting very much motivated. This motivation comes because when we study Bhagavad Gita, that's what will come. So this is not like any other like movements or something going on, some conversions, something like that. It is not like that. It's not even converting someone from one religion to other religion. It's not like that. This is identifying the devotees. That's what is very important. Identifying, we know that only 1 in 1,000 is a devotee. So, but each 1 in 1,000, each devotee has to be identified and given this opportunity to study Bhagavad Gita. We got identified, we got the opportunity, we are making use of it, and we are making progress in Krishna's service, in making progress towards Krishna. That is because we got the opportunity. So now it is our turn to create these opportunities for others so that we will actually go to Krishna very fast. So that is the main important task, important service to Krishna, because for sure this is going to please Krishna so much that we will be able to go to Krishna in this kalpa. So we don't know, we are not sure in this life we will go to Krishna. It is good, it's great. It's really very nice if we can fully surrender ourselves to Krishna, remember Krishna only, don't think about anything, forget about everything else, and remember only Krishna, and just remember Krishna, and just remember Krishna, and then remember Krishna at the time of death and go to Goloka. That is possible in this life. But otherwise also, we are making a lot of progress. We are on the right path. If we are not able to remember Krishna at the time of death, definitely we are going to do much more service to Krishna. We are going to detach ourselves more and more from this material world. So in life after life, definitely, for sure, in this kalpa itself, we should go to Goloka. That's the main thing. So Krishna's causeless mercy. So let us leave that to Krishna only. We don't have to worry about it. We don't have to think about it. Whether I'm going to go to Goloka this life or next life and all, that let Krishna take care of that. Naite sriti partha jnanam yogi mukhyati kaschana. So we don't have to worry about it. So tasmat sarvesu kalesu yoga yukto bhavarjuna. So we just have to become a yogi all the time. So that's what very important. So we don't have to worry about saknoti gaiva yassodum prak sarira vimokshanat kama krodod bhavam megam sayuktaga sasuki naraga. That's what we need. We need to control. We need to control that urge to enjoy this material sense objects. That's what is very important. So that if we are able to do that, so then we will go to Goloka. There is no need to get confused, no need to worry about all these things. Krishna's mercy, he will take care of that. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished 45 slokas in the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So in the sloka number 44, we studied, Krishna taught us very well that Bhogaisvarya prasaktanam taya pahrita chetasam vyavasayatmika buddhigi samadau navidiyate. So one who is attached to Bhoga and Aisvarya, then by which their thoughts are carried away. So for such persons, they will not get that resolute determination, Vyavasayatmika buddhi, that intelligence that is not going to happen. Samadhav na vidiyade. Na vidiyade means it's not going to happen. Only it happens when we are attached to Krishna. So that's what I mentioned earlier, that Bhagavan Shri Krishna prasaktanam taya pagrita chetasam vyavasayatmika buddhi samadhav vidiyade. So, in the minds of those who are too attached to sense enjoyment and material opulence, and who are bewildered by such things, the resolute determination for devotional service to the Supreme Lord does not take place. Then in the next sloka, we studied yesterday, in the sloka number 45, Krishna is teaching us that Traigunya Vishaya Veda Nistraigunyo Bhavarjuna Nirdvandvo Nitya Sattvasto Niryoga Kshema Atmavan. So Vedas deal with three gunas. So you get out of these three gunas. You give up all these three gunas. Traigunya Vishaya Veda, O Arjuna, Nistraigunyo Bhavo Arjuna. So that means we should not be attracted to the flowery language of Vedas. We should be only attracted to our Lord Sri Krishna's this Bhagavad Gita. Even though Vedas are created by Krishna, even though Vedas, the purpose of Vedas is to know Krishna, that's what we are going to study in the next sloka also. So, but we have to be free from the dualities, and we need to purify our existence. Nitya Sattvasto, Niryoga Kshema. We should not be caring for anything about our future. Let us give that to Krishna. He will take care of us. Atmavan, be situated in the self. So the Vedas deal mainly with the subjects of the three modes of material nature. O Arjuna, become transcendental to these three modes. Be free from all dualities and from all anxieties for gain and safety, and be established in the self. That's what Krishna is. Now in the next sloka, we are continuing. Krishna is teaching in the sloka number 46. Yavan artha udapani sarvataha sampluto dakhe tavan sarveshu vedeshu Brahmanasya vijanataga. Yavan artha udapani. Udapani means a water in the well. That's what well water. That's what udapani. Yavan artha udapani sarvataga samplutodake. Yavan artha means whatever purpose, whatever use. So whatever we can do with water in the well. So we can do the same thing and even much more than that by using the water in a great reservoir. For example, a lake. Sarvataga samplutodake. So similarly, Tavan sarveshu vedeshu brahmanasya vijanata. Sarveshu vedeshu means that is Krishna is comparing all the Vedas just to water in the well. But one who knows the purpose of Vedas, that Krishna is comparing that to water in the lake, in the great reservoir of water. So that's what we need to know the purpose of Vedas. Brahmanasya vijanate. We need to understand what is the purpose of Vedas. Then we can go to Goloka. That's what is very important. That means we know everything. Yavanartha udapani sarvataha samplutodake tavan sarveshu vedeshu brahmanasya vijanate. So, what is the purpose of Vedas? What Krishna is teaching us in the 15th chapter, 15th sloka? Vedaischa sarvair ahamyeva vedyo. Of all the Vedas, I am to be known. So, the purpose of Vedas is to know Krishna. Vedaischa sarvair ahamyeva vedyo vedanta krit vedavid eva chag. I am the compiler of Vedanta, the conclusion of Vedas, Vedanta krit, and vedavid. I am the knower of Vedas, everything Krishna. So, the purpose of all Vedas is to know Krishna. That's what Veda is to survive. Aham eva vedyu. So, that means if you know Bhagavad Gita, we know Krishna. So, that means we know all the Vedas. There is no need for us to separately go and sit and study all the Vedas. We already know that because we know the purpose of Vedas. So, that means we already have a huge lake of water. We don't have to go and search for a well water. When we ourselves have a very pure, very huge lake water, then why we have to go and look for a well water? So that's what Krishna is teaching. So you have this Bhagavad Gita, I'm teaching you this Bhagavad Gita, you have this knowledge, you don't have to go and look for anything else. So all purposes served by a small well can at once be served by a great reservoir of water. Similarly, all the purposes of the Vedas can be served to one who knows the purpose behind them. That's what Krishna is. If we know the purpose behind all these Vedas, so that means we know the Vedas. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished this sloka number 46 in the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Now let us chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. We know that that is the only way we can forget about this material world and we can remember Krishna at the time of death. So this chanting is a very, very, very important process in our spiritual life. So let us chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and remember Krishna. Hare Krishna. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swaminiti Namini. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama 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 Hare Hare Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna. If you have any questions, you can use the raise hand option. Otherwise, I'll unmute you one by one. Hare Krishna. Tina Mataji, Hare Krishna. Asha Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Guruji, is that finalized regarding the venue?
You mean Bangalore event, correct Mataji?
Guruji.
Yeah, most probably this Monday they will be able to finalize Mataji.
Okay. Thank you, Guruji.
They are going to visit some places and then, yeah, almost. Yeah, there is. I think that is the top highest priority right now for our Bangalore team, Krishna devotees team. So yes, Mataji. It will be hopefully this Monday. It will be finalized. I will let you know, Mataji, next Monday.
Okay, Guruji. No questions for the class. Thank you,
Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Mahendra Shukla Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat
Hare
Pranam.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. आपका आशीर्वाद बना रहे. हरे कृष्णा.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Roma Rai Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you so much for today's class. Wonderful class, Guruji.
Yes, Mataji. Krishna's mercy, we are able to continue. Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna
Yeah,
Guruji.
we will,
Hare
I think
Krishna.
at the end after the class we will meet today, correct Mataji?
Yes, Guruji. Yes.
Hare Krishna.
After the class. Okay, Guruji.
Yes, Mataji.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
Shankar Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Regularly not able to attend the class due to my hectic schedule.
Yes,
Okay, but I am following you every
YouTube.
yes. Can you explain the today's sloka again once? How he is explaining waters in the lake and waters in the oil to
Yes.
Vedas.
So whatever you can do with water in your well, you can do much more than that with the water in your big reservoir, with a lake water, correct? So because it's the quantity wise, it's a huge, it's a lot of water, correct? You can do whatever you can do, not only what you can use with the well, even much more than that. So like that, Vedas are just water in the well, but if you know the purpose of Vedas, that means if you don't know the purpose of Vedas, you just have your water in the well only. If you don't know the purpose of Vedas. If you know the purpose of Vedas, that means you have a huge reservoir of water. So like a water in the lake. So the purpose of Veda is to know Krishna. Vedas is to know Krishna. So that's what the analogy Krishna is teaching here. You understand that?
Yes, Prabhu. Clear.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu.
Thank you, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Ravindra Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
It's a wonderful class. today it was very crisp and very, very clear when you said, when you attach with the result, then you attach with the Maya or the materialistic world. That is very, very simple statement. It contains all the essence of our Krishna consciousness probably. And Guruji, second thing that you have said that this is the opportunity. If we don't use this opportunity, then we have to wait for 5.84 million years for the Brahma to wake up again.
Yes.
Actually, that is very, very important. That makes us to believe that how much important it is to use this opportunity.
Yes.
Because this many people are fearful of death. Actually, death is like a station from where we have to catch the train for Goloka,
Yes.
direct train
Just
or direct flight.
movement of
like
change of
airport.
body.
We go to airport to catch a flight. So that is like airport where we will get the flight for Golok directly. But the only thing that we
Yes. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. I think your voice is broken, Prabhu. Not able to. Sneha Tabi, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
This is Suresh Tabib. My phone
Yes.
is not working.
Yes,
That's
Prabhu.
why I logged into Guruji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Very, very nice session, Guruji, today also. Especially, I like this Vedas, So, because all this time, like I was thinking, like it has been created much before the Krishna's So, how, what is the purpose of that? So, in this shloka, it is like made very clear that the purpose of Veda is to know Krishna only.
Yes,
So,
yes.
that was a very nice explanation, Guruji. Very nice. Thank you, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Sunita Mahapatra Mataji, Hare Krishna. La Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Guruji, could you please explain me once again the gateway to hell? You had explained it earlier, but just once again, please, Guruji.
There are 3 gateways to hell.
Yes.
So Krishna is teaching in the 16th chapter. Trividam narakasedam dwaram nashanam atmanagam. Kama krodas tata lobas tasmatyeta trayam tejet. So Trividam means 3 types. Trividam narakasedam. So to go to the naraka, go to hell, dwaram. So dwaram means the gateway. So there is kama, krodha, lobha. Kama is lust, that is our desire to enjoy, gratify the sense object. That's what is kama. Then krodha is anger. Then lobha is greediness. So kama, krodha, lobha. These 3 gateways. Tasmat yetat trayam tejet. Therefore, you give up on these 3 gateways to hell. So that's what Krishna is teaching. So if you are able to give up these 3 gateways to hell, so then Krishna is saying in the 16th chapter, if you are able to give up, then we will go to Param Gati, the supreme destination. We'll go to Goloka. That's what Krishna is teaching us.
But Guruji, it is very difficult to control anger. I mean, whenever any sort of injustice or anything happens, the first reaction that we get is anger. So how should we control our anger?
Because the reason we get anger, because we are attached to the sense objects, attached to the results. That's why we get anger. Anger comes from kama. Kamat krodho abhijayat. So from kama only, krodha is going to come. So how kama is coming? Kama means desire to enjoy the sense objects. So how kama is going to come? Sangat sanjayate kama. From attachment to the sense objects, we are going to develop the desire to enjoy those sense objects. So that's what sangam. From sangam, kama is coming. How the sangha is coming? The attachment. Dhyayato visayan pumsa. So dhyayato, if you think about the Visayan. Visayan means sense objects. So if we think about the sense objects, then we will develop attachment for them. And then from such attachment, kama comes, desire comes. And then from such desire, krodha comes, anger comes. So that's what is coming. Then krodhat bhavati sammoha, sammohat smriti vibhramaga, smriti bhramshat buddhinaso, buddhinasat pranasit. Then our memory is bewildered, our intelligence is lost, all such things happening. So now your question is that how to control our anger means we should not have any desires. And how we should not have any desires? We should not have any attachment to the sense objects. And how we should not have attachment to the sense objects? We should not even think about the sense objects. So that means we should think about Krishna only. So that's why this chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, studying Bhagavad Gita, serving Krishna. If you are always engaged in Krishna service, remembering Krishna, so then attachment is going to come on Krishna only. So when we develop that attachment on Krishna, then there is no karma, it's only prema. So with prema, with love, there is no krodha, it is only bhakti, devotion. So that's what will come. So that's why by Krishna's mercy, Vita Raga Bhaya Krodha Manmayama Mupashita. So by taking shelter unto me, one can free from the Raga Bhaya Krodha, attachment, fear, and anger. So that's what will happen slowly and steadily when we study this Bhagavad Gita, when we focus more and more on this Bhagavad Gita, when we start serving Krishna, then we will not get any angry, all such things. You understand that, Mataji?
Guruji, is it something like that mind has to think about something? So instead of making it think on the material objects, we make it redirect to Krishna so that in short, the attachment reduces and we get more attached to Krishna. Am I right, Guruji?
That is correct. When we get more attached to Krishna, we will forget about this material sense. By experiencing the higher taste, we will give up the lower taste. Vishaya vinivartamte niraharasya deginaga rasavarjam rasopyasya. So even though the taste for the sense objects remains, we can restrain somebody by force, but that is not going to work. Param drishtva nivartate. By experiencing the higher taste, we will automatically give up the lower taste. So that's what is very important. You understand that, Mataji?
Yes. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Sunita Mahapatra Mataji, I know you unmuted earlier, but again got muted. Hare Krishna.
Hello.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Sir, can you listen me?
Yes, Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Yes, sir. Sir, I just want to say in this point, if you see the madam said about how can we control the anger. I was under that same way before 2 years, but gradually as I'm going through this Gita slokas and all that and discussions with you and personally also, I came to know that, and I'm postgraduate in psychology. And on that point, I know that human psychology is that how to pretend from the defense mechanism it treats. When somebody behave badly to us, the response automatically follows to that, sir. But after understanding Gita slokas, it is clear that when we are under Krishna consciousness, that means we are doing everything for Krishna. That means somebody else's marriage is going on and we are going to help him. If we are enjoying somebody else's marriage celebration ceremony, then anything happened over there that will not affect us directly. If we are going to college, we are going to school, we are living the life, we are doing the service, the job, but all the things we are doing for Krishna. In that time, if somebody hits, behave badly with us, somebody do something wrong to us, that will not that much affect to our mind in a psychological point of view, because we have already devoted ourselves to Krishna's work. Each and every works we are doing for Krishna. Then if Krishna is somebody else, we are not that. So if we're doing work for that, the human psychology automatically follows that something happened, then Krishna will take care of that. We are only to serve the things that will not affect our emotion in that way. So we
Yes.
can control the anger and all that in a scientific manner.
That is correct.
And,
That is correct.
and yes,
We have
and
always.
sir.
No, that's what Krishna is teaching us in Bhagavad Gita. You do everything for me. That's what Manmaya Mam Upashitaga. Manmaya Mam Upashitaga means Manmaya. Manmaya means our mind should be focused on Krishna. When our mind is focused on Krishna, then we are not going to get any angry at all.
Yes, sir. Sir, if for some company we are going to do some work, then if something happened over there, then company's director is also there to handle the things. That is not coming to us directly. So if everything we devote to Krishna, in family also something happens, somebody else speaking to something to us, it will not affect our emotion directly. Because
Yes.
whatever we are doing for Krishna. If we are serving for children, then we are also doing for Krishna. If we are taking care of elder person in the family, that we are also doing for Krishna. If we are taking care of us, our own self, beauties of ourselves and health of ourselves, that also we are doing for Krishna. Then any comment coming from any other person that what affects our emotion, that's why we get anger. That will reduce automatically.
That is correct.
That's what I experienced after being attached to slokas of Gita, and exactly the moha and maya and everything that explained here. Since childhood we are listening about all this, sir, but it is just a matter of word, that moha maya and all that. But it is everything described about the life. We are getting attached because we are thinking that previously I was thinking that I'm doing for myself. So anybody saying something, it hurts me a lot. Then I may be crying, I may be getting anger, and as you say that after getting anger, you will lose your wisdom, and you will lose your intelligence, and then you will behave like an animal.
Male person. Yes.
After anger, we just behave like an animal. We also lost our sense everything. How we behave, if somebody will capture the video, then we will also not understand how we are behaving like that after getting anger.
Yes.
But to get rid of all these things, and it is a beautiful way, and all the thanks to you, sir, for getting into it.
It's all Krishna's mercy. When we study Bhagavad Gita, when we focus everything on Krishna, then Krishna's mercy, we will be free from
so every day you say this now, that also your work also you are dedicating to Krishna, and everything you are dedicating to Krishna.
Yes,
yes, sir. That's why you are smiling every day.
It's all Krishna's mercy.
Yes.
Very nice, Mataji. Thanks for nicely explaining, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, sir.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. SK Garg Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
So, Guruji, with your mercy, we are having, we had the last two discussions by the devotees. Very nice discussion. A lot of things to understand, and you guided it very well. Thank you very much, Guruji. Guruji, I want just little more explanation.
Yes.
The sloka 45, which you covered today, the Traigunya, Visya, Veda. When you said the Vedas deal with the subjects of three gunas, this really I'm not able to. Vedas talk about three gunas only, or how to overcome the effect of the three gunas and all this thing. This is not clear to me.
That's why Krishna is teaching us the Traigunya Visaya Veda, Nistraigunya Bhavarjuna, Nirdvandvo Nitya Sattvasto Niryoga Kshema Atmavan. So that is going to be possible when we are free from ourselves, free from the dualities, Nirdvandvo. So that's why Krishna is teaching us that Yadarcha Labha Santushto Nitya Tripto Nirashaya. So we should be happy with what we get. Nirasir yata chittatma tyakta sarva parigraha. So sariram kevalam karma. So that's why all these things, when we do that, so then we will be nirdvandva only. So we'll be freed from dualities. Niryoga kshema. So we will not be expecting any results. Atmavan, be situated in the self. So all these things are going to happen when we study this Bhagavad Gita, when we understand this Bhagavad Gita, when we follow Bhagavad Gita. So that way, we will be very busy in serving Krishna, following Krishna's instructions in Bhagavad Gita, all such things. So at that time we will be freed from the three modes of nature. That's why Nistray Gunyo Bhavat. So you ask the question how to get Nistray Gunyo, how to get free from the three gunas. Krishna is teaching in Bhagavad Gita that Mamyeva ye prapatyante maya metam taranti. If you surrender unto me, then you are freed from the Maya. Then Krishna is also teaching us that Bhakti Yogena Sevate Sagunan Samati. If you render devotional service unto me with all the time, without any deviation, Mamchiyo Avyabhicharena, then you are freed from the modes of nature. So that way, by surrendering unto Krishna, by doing everything for Krishna, so then we will be freed from the modes of nature. That way, Nistray Gunyo Bhavartha. You understand that, Ram?
Yes, Guruji. In fact, what I'm understanding now, that this sloka, that covers in nutshell the whole philosophy of Bhagavad Gita.
Yes, yes. Like that, many slokas are there. Yes, Prabhu.
Yes,
Krishna is giving all the knowledge
it's
needed.
so
Yes.
important. It's, almost everything is there in this.
That is correct. It answers a lot of questions for us. So if anybody comes and says that I want to study Vedas, also we can quote this sloka. There is no need to study any Vedas right now. Just listen to Krishna. That's it. It's not needed.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare
Thank you
Krishna.
very much. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hina Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Class also, and nice question answer session
Yes,
is going on. Thank you so much, Guruji. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Munmun Mataji, Hare Krishna. Vishnuvardhana Rao Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare.
Guruji, thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
Hare. Namaste, Guruji.
Namaste. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Chitrita Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
I wanted to just ask you, like, it is correct that because of our defense mechanism that we get angry. But then sometimes people have got such high egos that their defense mechanism comes into play very fast. So how do we differentiate between the two? That is my question.
So always anger comes means there is desire, there is attachment. There is a reason for anger. So it is not because of the high ego or low ego. Always ego, false ego is there all the time. But when we are attached to something, then if you don't get it, then immediately anger comes. There is the source of anger. As long as we are not attached to anything in this material world, if you are attached only to Krishna, then there is no way we will get anger. So that is the only difference. Whether we are attached to Krishna or attached to material sense of it. So that is the difference. That's what is going to make the difference. That's why I was quoting the other sloka in the 4th chapter. Krishna is saying that Manmaya Mamupashita. Manmaya means always thinking about me. Mamupashita means taking shelter unto me. So if we do that, that means we are attached to Krishna. So that means we are free from Vita, Raga, Vaya, Krodha. Free from attachment, fear and anger. That's what will happen. So that is the only difference. Otherwise, anyone who is attached to the results, they are going to get angry. That's the main.
Another question is, Guruji, what about Anand then? What about happiness in a simple form? I'm not talking about attachment to any material objects or all that wealth and riches. Anand is supposed to be good for it's a happiness hormone, which is supposed to give us a better...
The definition of happiness means peace of mind. That is the definition of happiness. When mind is peaceful, we are happy. When mind is disturbed, we are not happy. That's it.
So we have to focus on the part which is disturbing our mind.
That is correct. When our mind is focused on Krishna, it will be peaceful. If we get the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, our mind will become peaceful. So that's why Krishna is teaching us that this Shaddavan Labate Jnanam Tatparaga Samyate Indriyaga Jnanam labdva param shantim achirena adhigacchati. If we get this knowledge, without any delay, we will get the supreme peace of mind. Whereas a person who has no faith on this Bhagavad Gita, who has no knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, Agnyascha, Asraddhadanascha, Samsayatma Vinasyati, Nayam Lokosti, Naparo, Nasukam Samsayatma. He will not find happiness in this well or in any other well. So that means peace of mind. That's why Krishna is simply asking a question and answer is there in that question itself. Ashantasya kutas sukam. When there is no peace of mind, where from happiness comes? So happiness comes when the mind is peaceful. That's it. Mind is peaceful when it is connected with Krishna. That's it. If mind is not connected with Krishna, then mind is not steady. Nasti buddhi ayuktasya. Nacha ayuktasya bhavana. When we are not connected with Krishna, there is no intelligence. When we are not connected with Krishna, there is no steady mind. Nacha abhavayataga shanti. When there is no steady mind, there is no peace of mind. Ashantasya kutasukam. When there is no peace of mind, where from happiness comes? That's what Krishna is asking. You understand that, Mother?
Yes, we understand, Guruji. We'll meet up after the meeting.
Yes, Mother.
Right, please go on. Thank you so much, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Munmun Mataji, you were unmuted earlier and got muted again. Hare Krishna, Munmun Mataji. Chandrakanta Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Guruji. Just thinking you call me, Guruji. Mind and desire. Very tricky the things, Guruji. Today focus is on mind and desire. It's very interesting, Guruji. But how do we go on looking within ourselves? That makes we can see how the mind is, whether it is calm or agitated. We can see the desires. There is no limit, Guruji. Desires. We'll say, I don't have any desire attachment. Somewhere deep within, unconsciously, will be attached to something, Guruji. That is the root cause for anger. That's what I realized looking into myself. The desire is so deep rooted, attached to so many our relatives or whatever it is. So only the anger will be coming, Guruji. But only when we look at within myself, then only I can understand what is mind status and what the desire is. I have to look at within Krishna is there. That also I should realize simultaneously. The Krishna is there within me in the heart. That thing should happen continuously, Guruji. Then only at least we will realize.
If we are engaged in Krishna's service all the time, that will automatically happen.
Yes,
you are already doing nice service, Mataji. I know yesterday you couldn't join, but Palniappan Prabhu and Ravichandra Prabhu told me that a lot of people were coming to you only to when you were distributing the flyer.
No, Guruji, why a lot of people were coming? Because people were just, they are so in a hurry to they were running. And even if they see also, oh, they want to distribute means as if we are giving something heavy for them, like that they were running. Then what I thought, it's okay, let them run. It is their way of life. Let them do whatever they want to do. Then I thought, okay, Bhagavad Gita, at least that Gita word, Bhagavad Gita, this thing, let them listen and go. Let them not take any pamphlet or they are very busy, I can understand. Bhagavad Gita. I started. Then they were telling what is happening. Then they went that side, rejecting my flyers. Then again they came back. I don't know. I don't know what happened to them. They told we don't want. Then again they walked back and they came and took so many people. They came.
That's why you distribute a lot of flyers. That's what.
That's what Bhagavad Gita. I started telling only Bhagavad Gita. I never gave that. I was holding the flyer and I was telling Bhagavad Gita. Like I was doing like mantra. I was doing for myself. Then they went out. Then they came or they sent their children go and bring that like that it was happening. See, then I realized, see, the word Bhagavad Gita, Gita itself is Krishna. Gita itself is Krishna. That was, I realized, Guruji. The Krishna, how he, like Bhagavad Gita, that's all. That word, I was just shouting. Then Palaniappan Prabhuji used to give me the buttermilk for me because I was shouting Bhagavad Gita. So much of fresh people are running away like that. Then one fellow came, weight loss fellow, that Herbalife or something like that. When the people started coming to me, then he used to come in between and then give that weight loss thing. Then everybody used to take, I used to observe, everybody was taking that weight loss, that visiting card, weight loss visiting card. Then I was thinking, and the people are so interested in weight loss, why not for Gita? Gita is more superior. Like that, I started shouting Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavad Gita. Then
material weight loss. We need to lose the material
weight. They wore their slippers, then again they came back. Like that, they were doing. That's very interesting. Then I realized in the process, the Bhagavad Gita word itself is so powerful.
Yes,
that's what I realized.
We have to scream body loss. So we have to lose this material body. Yes, Mother.
That's what Bhagavad Gita itself is. That word itself is so powerful. I realized for myself. Then Shashireka Mataji called and you are doing so much of service. She told, no, it is my selfish reason I'm doing, because that Krishna come to me like that. I was doing like that. Krishna, instead of Krishna, I was shouting Bhagavad Gita. It is really, Bhagavad Gita is also a powerful word, I realized, Guruji.
Yes, there is no doubt, no doubt. That's why our goal is only one, spreading Krishna's message. There is Bhagavad Gita.
Yes. The word Bhagavad Gita itself attracted many people, Guruji. They came, whether they join or not, they came back and they were taking. I was wondering what is there in the word Bhagavad Gita.
That's the thing.
That is that experience was, for me, it is very different. Every time I felt like going and shouting Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavad Gita, like mantra. I was feeling like shouting, Guruji. I don't know how to explain, Guruji. It's all Krishna's mercy. Krishna's mercy is everywhere. Only I'll pray. Let whatever jnana you are giving, let it convert into Vijnan for me. That's what. Since that day I'm thinking, Guruji.
It will happen.
Whatever jnana Guruji is giving, let it convert into Vijnan to me. Then only I can realize Krishna. That's what I'm feeling, Guruji. Thank you very much, Guruji. Thank you for all the opportunities and the Krishna's mercy and your blessings should be there, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Hare Krishna to everyone. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Munmun Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank you so much. I was just listening to Chandrakanta Mataji, what she is experiencing. Very nice to hear. So I was just staying quiet and listening only what she is saying. So it's good to know that they are doing a lot of Krishna service.
Krishna's mercy. We are planning a nice event on September 18th. Krishna's mercy. Let us hope more devotees will join us.
Yes, Guruji, definitely. Thank you, Guruji. No questions.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Sumati Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji. I missed the beginning part of your class. I joined recently, sometime back only. Very interesting to hear Chandrakanta Mataji's Bhagavad Gita.
Yes, yes, Mother. It's very interesting. Yeah. I know yesterday Ravichandran Prabhu was mentioning, correct? That's why I told you.
Yes. Thank you, Guruji, for also showing us the distinction between mind and desire and how that impacts our happiness. Yes. Without the mind being calm, you said the mind cannot be happy. That is a very, very important point. Because many times that is what happens to us, right? Our mind is going here and there and we lose the peace of mind. And how we can...
That's why Krishna is nicely asking a question and answering in the question itself, answer is there. Ashantasya kuta sukham, when there is no peace of mind, where from happiness comes? That's it. So only way, yeah. Yes.
Yeah, so that's a very, very important thing, because we are all thinking that, happiness will automatically come once we learn Bhagavad Gita or learn this thing. That doesn't come unless we are also able to keep our mind calm and come to a point where we don't react to situations around us. Then I think it will, I find that difference happening, Guruji, in me.
Yes,
To some extent,
for
it
all
is
of us,
happening.
it is slowly and steadily we are progressing, no doubt. And already we are planning now a lot, correct, Mataji? So Krishna is going to keep us more and more busy in his service, so that way we will be very much occupied.
Yes. Thank you for the class, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Brinda Jai Singh Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Thank you for the class. And so today's takeaway is so much, little of everything explained by you. So not really getting attached to results. That is our main source of this calm, krodh and lobh. So, and they are so subtle, this calm and lobh. In different ways, we don't feel we are greedy, but maybe we are greedy in very, very subtle ways in different forms of life. So it's nice that we are becoming aware that these are our main devils who we need to overcome and work on them by remembering Krishna and changing our direction, keeping attention on Krishna.
Yes, Mataji. Yes, Mataji. It is possible. Krishna's mercy, this knowledge will do all the magic, Mataji. Bhagavad Gita knowledge will do all the Krishna.
So really working on this calm, krodh and lobh, it keeps this Maya, this three modes of nature, they really come in a very, very, very subtle way as obstacles in our daily life.
Yes, Mataji. Over a period of time, when we are engaging ourselves in Krishna's service a lot, it will go away because we are doing everything with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. That's the main thing.
Yes, Guruji. Thank you so much for, brushing us with every day new significance of all these values that we need to imbibe in ourselves. Thank you so much, Guruji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Ravin Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Guruji, so wonderful class, Guruji, today. So, and the discussion also so nice. Chandrakanta Mataji's experience, wonderful.
Yes.
And Prabhuji, and I could not attend yesterday's class, Prabhuji. I was busy with some materials contamination, some troubled waters. I was in some troubled waters, and there also I tried to be always in Krishna consciousness and act according to Bhagavad Gita's teachings and see Krishna's mercy that the person we were dealing with finally came out as a Krishna conscious person. And all of a sudden, the peaceful mind, although I'm still not out of the troubled waters, but the mind is so peaceful now. So which means the moment Krishna comes in between, everything becomes peaceful. And that is the experience that I got in this couple of days when going through difficult situations, Prabhuji. So either we introduce Krishna or Krishna introduce himself through his mercy. Yeah, it's wonderful experience, Guruji.
When we are engaged in Krishna's service, Krishna will solve all the problems. So it will go away, I'm sure. Krishna's mercy, everything will
Yes.
be solved.
That is for sure, Prabhuji. Yes. So that is what is happening, and it's great experience, Prabhuji. So grateful to you, Prabhuji. Every day you are putting your time and energy in making us more and more closer to Krishna consciousness, because we think we are in Krishna consciousness, but we know that there are a lot of things that is either in terms of understanding or in terms of practical implementation that Mataji was mentioning about Vijnana. So we still have a lot to learn and adapt. So thank you, Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Satyendra
Hare
Singh
Krishna,
Prabhu.
Guruji, Pranam.
Pranam Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Wonderful lecture today, sir.
Yes,
I really enjoyed the lecture and the discussion. Wonderful. Today you have said in the beginning, Prayasakta, Urdhogati, Goloka and Adhogati. Really wonderful way of again reiterating detachment to the material world. And when we आसक्ति कृष्णा से हो जाएगी जब when we will prayasakta to Lord Krishna, then we will get the Urdhogati and go to the Goloka. The wonderful essence. Really, daily you are putting, taking the word from the sloka of your studies, Priyasakta, and you have beautifully explained that word. Really, that enjoyed that meaning of that word and that sloka you have delivered, and the experience of Mataji regarding Srimad Bhagavad Gita.
Yes.
Really interesting and wonderful. I hope that Lord Krishna's glory will spread forward with that your
Yes.
devotee.
We will also make a team in Mumbai also, Prabhu. I'm thinking, but I still didn't make that group, but we will do it. Yes.
We hope that we will be able to contribute a little bit.
Yes, yes, we can discuss like how we are doing it in Delhi and Bangalore. Yes, we can do it in Mumbai also. A lot of devotees are there in Mumbai. Yes.
And the beautiful explanation you have given to the question of Mataji, though you have said that sloka earlier also, explained that earlier also, but in the context of question raised by the Mataji, you have explained the 3 gates of Narka. The calm, beautifully explained, sir. And that is those are the wonderful sloka, and in this context you have given the explanation beautifully. Really, daily we are learning and we are enriching ourselves with the Gita Gyan. Wonderful experience with you. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Palaniyappan Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. So I was thinking that the God himself is making and then explaining to the people for their benefit. I think Bhagavad Gita is the only thing, if I am right. I don't know. Any other thing maybe there.
No, Bhagavad Gita, only Bhagavad Gita.
That is,
Krishna, yes, bro.
And yes, Guruji, what you want to say something?
No. What you said is correct, Prabhu. That's what I was telling. Yes, bro.
Yeah, that I felt that is the only thing, and it is so simple. So simple. The Veda, many people are studying Veda. Only a special group is studying Veda, and that is very difficult to understand. But at the same time, Bhagavad Gita is so simple.
Very easy to understand. Yes.
So why to go for difficulty and learn, which is not so superior than Bhagavad Gita? So sometimes it is very wonderful experience by listening to your lecture and knowing about Bhagavad Gita, this thing, understanding. It's very, very interesting, really. So far, we have lost our life by not knowing this. That is the thing, feeling we get. So, why this is not introduced in the young age itself is still I am not clear. So simple and taught by God. We say God everywhere. We say God, 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 and taught by God Himself. And it is so simple. And to live as per that also is not so difficult. Only because of this money world that we are
Maya.
facing problems.
Maya, we are becoming victims of the situation.
Otherwise, it is not so difficult as per that to behave and live.
Yes.
So, in that respect, why we are so much in worry without peaceful mind again? That is the question comes again and again by daily listening to your explanations of different slokas. So that is the experience I am getting it. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Kuldeep, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Ravin Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Guruji, a question came to my mind, Guruji. So you mentioned about Kalpa, that at least in this Kalpa we should go to Goloka. So the question is, so at the end of the Kalpa, when we become into Avyakta mode, does our consciousness get a reset?
No. Anything, whatever progress we made, it's a very nice question, Prabhu. Whatever, our mind, correct? Everything is in our mind. So that's what we need to understand. Whatever progress we make in fine-tuning our mind, at the end of Kalpa, if we are still here, that is going to stay with us only. Again, when the next Kalpa starts, at that time, again, we will, with the same mind, our mind is not going to be, it is whatever gain we are getting in terms of controlling our mind, that is not, we are not going to lose at all. That is the main thing. So the permanent gain, what we can obtain in this world is controlling our mind or losing also. If we don't control our mind, if we get more attached to materials and subjects, if we lose control of our mind, that also is going to stay with us until the next birth. So then, yes, we are not going to lose anything. As far
Thank
as
you. It is like the flowery talk of Vedas kind of thing that we are not going to lose it. So that gives a very good hope.
Yes,
yes, Prabhu. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Shashikopat Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Guruji, for today's class. It was really wonderful learning. Also, the discussions and the experiences shared by the devotees was really very much insightful, Guruji.
Yes.
We just need to understand that Krishna is the pivotal point. We need to have him as a pivot of our life, and everything around us will be taken care by him. So that's the takeaway, Guruji. That's what I feel. So also the experience shared by Chandrakanta Mataji was wonderful. She's a very humble soul, Guruji, and the way she explains is really very much attractive.
That's correct. Yes.
And that's the reason she was able to attract so many people, because of what she is actually. So we all need to develop that kind of nature, Guruji.
Yes, it will come Mataji, slowly, and we are all becoming experts in different ways to serve Krishna, no doubt, Mataji. It's all going to happen.
Yes, Guruji. And it's all because of your direction and Krishna's mercy, Guruji. Because you are showing us the way every day and keeping us in Krishna consciousness, everything is actually becoming possible now.
Yes, Krishna's costless mercy, Mataji. We will definitely do.
Yes, thank you, Guruji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Sunil Srivas, Prabhu. Kadiravan Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna all the devotees. Guruji, today's class is very good class, Guruji. And the discussions, our devotees are asking questions and your explanations are all good, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you for the class.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Ram Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna. We'll listen to Prabhupada's Kirtan and then at the end. Hare Krishna, Ram
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna, Hare Krishna Guruji. I'm sorry, Guruji, I'm in another meeting and happened to be 3 meetings today, Guruji. My son is not well after this holiday season. That's usual, Guruji. And I use Bhagavad Gita to explain to him. That's the reason we are looking for Perumal Tiruvadi. You can be very happy. Once the bank account is closed, we have to return back to this Goloka. So he was enjoying all these holidays, 5 days of holidays. And today he couldn't, yesterday night he couldn't sleep. There was a huge thunder and heavy rain downpour here, Guruji. This morning he couldn't go to school. He said he did not have enough rest. And this is not the first time, Guruji. Every time after the holiday this happened. So I took him to doctor. Then he also examined. We gave him pills to rest, Guruji. So because these guys are very much addicted to YouTube, always on the YouTube, Guruji. So I was in doctor's place when your class started. Then my usual meeting is going on. So 3 meetings together, I couldn't focus, Guruji. But I heard from Chandrakanta Mataji, people are running away, shunning away. That clearly said in Bhagavad Gita, 1 in 1,000 will come. So, so we don't expect that everyone will come and get this as a gift. Only 1 in 1,000 will come. So best is we have to be quiet and just smile and embrace them, Guruji, whosoever comes in. There's no point in lamenting why these people are doing, why we should not even comment about them because the time has not come for them. So they will come, Guruji. Even I was a person like that because when people used to flyers and all in Singapore, it's an offense, Guruji. Only Saturdays they are allowed to give at a designated booths. They don't allow, they call it scouting. They don't allow anyone to visit the temple or issue flyers and all. They get a prior approval from a ministry and there will be a designated booths. You have to give it from there only Saturdays from 7 to 1 p.m. And you should not give any flyers, Guruji. Similarly, every temple has a rules and regulations, Guruji. We should heed to that as well. And as long as our presence is there, the devotees will come naturally. We just show our presence humbly and this happened to me as well, Guruji. We had a Kali temple. There is a Vijay Mataji. 15 years ago, she was a young girl. She used to come and sell the books, all this Bhagavad Gita books, Guruji. That's how I was introduced. So after worshipping the Kali temple, I used to purchase those books, Srila Prabhupada's books, Guruji. That's a transformation. And she was all alone. Despite of the whole village crowd comes in who doesn't understand anything about Bhagavad Gita, but she's successful. Even the priest of the temple, he bought the entire the Srimad Bhagavatam from her, Guruji. That's how Bhagavad Gita will be slowly instilled, Guruji. It's not a big bang approach. It will be slowly. People should realize and accept that, Guruji. That's the way which is happening, Guruji. It's like a ripening process. Correct, Guruji. It's not so. It's happening, Guruji. Very, very good. I'm very happy, Guruji, to be stay on. People are calling me another call, Guruji. I have to jump over there. And thank you very much, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Sunil Shivas Prabhu. You got unmuted and got muted again, Prabhu. Sunil Shivas. Okay, let us listen to Srila Prabhupada's Kirtan now. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Kuldeep Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. No questions.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.